Good morning from Natural Grandma. Flying the orange flag this morning. It's a little bit warmer. I got a little remnants off of this hay, some real nice Timothy stuff and a little stemmy off a big bale. I'm gonna go up there and give to the goats. We can just feed our cattle off of what we would waste, fall off, going to feed the cattle off a big bale. I talked about this some last year. Boy, I got a shadow on it. Talked about this some last year of how that I hook these bales up and unroll them backwards. And it's a really nice leafy grass bale. It's got a little bit of legume in there. You can see some red clover seed. Look at that red clover seed. Look what I'm doing to my pastures. Got a little bit of seed in there. A little bit of old hard seed. It's the hard seed that is gonna grow. Man, that's, put a little milk on that. It's pretty good hay. We didn't grow much stockpile. That's your grandma. This is our Max Design bale unroll that we use with our Kubota or four-wheeler, or with our fork-hard and our horse. And it carries the bale right in front of the wheels. Puts a lot of nice weight on the hitch so that you got some traction. And the Kubota helps carry that, so we're not making so much track with, the bale is not all right over the wheel. The center of the bale there is about 30 inches in front of the wheel, so works so good. But I'm unrolling this bale backwards, which makes it come off really thin and scatter, to where the cattle will just graze on that and not kill our next summer's grass out. So these cattle have been holed up down in the hollers for a few days because of the wind and everything, and a little bitty light 350-pound calves that we pulled off some heifers. They was born kind of in the end of April, and them heifers, 2-year-olds, just sure didn't need them. Those are our first calves out of our Roman 12-2 bull that we got from Mush Rush. What a fine, deep-bodied steer that is right there. Man, look at the meat he's packing. They all just kind of stick together. There's 6 of them. And then the other cattle are strung out down there. But I'm going to feed them out here on this frozen ground this morning. And you see they got their frost-free Richie water to go back to. We just feed in different directions of that. Look at the belly on that little heifer. I think she won't make a grass genetic cow. I mean, look at that. She's just 350 pounds. The red one there. Of course, the white one there is out of Triton. So that would be, she's out of Daddy Triton, and the other one beside her, those right there, are out of Triton Bull that we brought from Mush Rush. So we did some AI work. And yeah, these cattle just, they got the capacity to do it on grass, folks. And you just got to have that belly. And I'm feeding this big bale just like you'd feed flakes of square bales, or maybe even thinner. So not harming the ground. That's a little quarter Charolais, 3/4 Red Angus, and her daddy is Triton. We got 3 of those. We picked the deepest bodied, shortest ones out of about 12. We picked 3, and it takes a pretty good standard to get into our herd now. We're being very selective. But just some darling little calves we got running out with bred and 2-year-olds in the open that are being bred. We're just exposing them for about 5-6 weeks, and I'm gonna pull the bulls here in just a day or two from these. So if they don't calve September, first week October, then they'll get exposed again in July, and they'll start calving next middle of April. So that's what we're doing. Just Putting down a little hay just because we can. Easy way to check them. There's still hay down in those hollers that'll be here for other days of grazing. But aren't they pretty? Wishing you were having this great a day as we are at Natural Grandma. 196 there is a 30-month-old. It'll be calving here this spring. Look at that heifer when she turned away. Little yearling heifer. Look at the bellies on them. You can't get grass genetics any better than that in the Red Angus. Thank you, Mush Rush and Daniel, for your 100-some years of selection for cows that are easy keeping. Of course, we'll be breeding those heifers right there. That 31 is bred to a Kit Farrell bull that Kit raised himself. So she'll be calving in the spring as a 30-month-old. And ain't she gonna have a nice grass genetic calf? Man, oh man. Like and share and subscribe. Send this to old Kit Farrell. Let him see what we're using his bulls on. We had a little head start going to PCC type genetics. We tend to cross them back and forth between our Triton bulls and the PCC. So gorgeous out here on the snow. And that's come out of a big bale, guys. You know, just because you got a big bale, it doesn't mean you can't feed it properly, and you don't have to have a $100,000 feed machine to do it. So we love you guys. Natural Grandma, Papa Hank.